Welcome back, everybody. You are listening to Revolution Radio at freedomslips.com. We are totally listener supported here, so if you have the capacity, please do make a donation. Help keep this platform open and free. We have Chris Kehler on the line, who does amazing energy work. Because a lot of what you're doing is long distance, right, Chris?
Probably 75% of all my clients are in other cities around the world. So working over Skype, working on the telephone, the energies go through that system, and wherever you are, I've worked on people in Australia, London, England, and they feel the energy right away. So it works just as well on the phone as on Skype. So it's really opened the door for me quite a bit to be able to help more people in different areas. So nobody has to fly from London, England to my office for treatment.
During the second half of the show, if you want to call in, we'll have Chris work with somebody individually on the air and see if we can effectuate a healing. Well, I can vouch for feeling the energy when you worked with me. I felt it around my heart. I felt it in my throat, various parts of my body. So I know there was definitely something happening. But for people that are not sensitive to energy, how would they know that what you're doing is working?
Generally, most people who are not sensitive to energies will feel something, because these tools I use are extremely strong. The tool maker I have who makes them, his energy, he's probably one of the strongest energy workers in the entire galaxy, okay? His name is Wayne. He's in Alberta, Canada, and he builds these tools and he sells them, and I sell his tools, but the energy that he puts into them is remarkably unbelievable. Anybody who's ever worked with him knows how strong his energy can be. But if you're not sensitive, you'll feel something. If you feel nothing at all, that doesn't mean it's not working. That just means that your body's not ready to feel it yet, but you still will get the benefits.
Caller from area code 509. Do you have a comment or question for Chris?
Hello. Hi. I was just resonating with, you were talking about the law of attraction, and, well, I shut myself off spiritually because of the religious experiences, and I didn't realize that I had shut myself completely down to all spirituality. And with that came no expectations with universe. And I'm thinking that, yeah, okay, you get exactly what you expect. If you have no expectations, then there is what you get. And that's kind of where I'm at with all that right now.
I have to say that I'm in a very similar situation myself. What's your name?
My name is Lynn.
Lynn, I mean, I want to say that I wouldn't say that I'm shut down spiritually, but in terms of allowing things to come into my world, to receive things, it's not something that I expect. And so it's easier for me not to even ask half the time. The other piece of this, and I don't know if this will resonate for you, is if I do get it, then the belief is that God will take it away in a really violent and painful way. And so I just won't let it in to begin with. So, Chris, these are some really powerful belief systems that can influence us to ask you to do a treatment. But, Lynn, if you want to stay on the line, maybe you could do something for Lynn when we come back, Chris?
Absolutely. No problem at all. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, to give you an example, and I do this every day with my clients in other cities, is I have a ring called a neutralization ring, and this is how I always start, by pulling negative energy out of your body, your chakra system, and your aura, and that's negative energy you get on a daily basis from, the food you eat, from watching the news, all that negativity you absorb. So I'm going to get that ring. Okay. If you can see the video, here's what it looks like. It looks like a bear trap, okay? This ring is designed especially for removing negative energies, and I have one that's smaller, that's this size, that I sell to people, and they use it every day. So what I'm going to get you to do, Lynn, is I want you to stand up if you can, and I want you to keep your hands on your computer.
Can I use my phone, because I'm doing it through my phone?
This is just fine. It's perfect. Yes.
Okay.
I want you to stand up and just stand nice and relaxed, and I'm putting this ring over over my camera, and I want you to tell me when you feel a heaviness within your legs or your lower back, or if you feel off balance, or if you feel a tingle somewhere. And everybody else on the show, same thing. If you want to stand up and you might feel the ring is trying to pull your energy into the ground, you might feel off balance, like you need to grab onto something, or you might feel a tingle.
It's coming from behind it. I feel a pull from behind me.
Okay, good. So we're going to give this about a minute to do its job, and just keep on explaining what you're feeling as it goes through.
Being pulled backwards.
Okay.
I have my hands and at my solar plexus is where I have my hands with my phone, and I'm definitely feeling it pull backwards.
So you're definitely feeling something. There's no denying that there's something that's happening.
Mm-hmm. And my legs are now tingling. My kneecaps are tingling.
Okay.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. You
yeah. Oh, tingly.
Okay,
oh,
good.
very tingly. Okay.
Okay. Okay. We're going to stop that because I don't want you to pass out on me.
Okay.
Okay. So we've done that. So now what I'm going to do is your focus is going to be working with the law of attraction, correct?
Well, honestly, I'm not sure where I need to be, other than what I've been working on is trying to open my heart to what it is I need to hear. Right? I perhaps you can get a sense of where I need to go.
Let's see what the big has to say. Okay, first of all, we're going to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're using a pendulum, here's a little lesson for everybody using a pendulum. The question is more important than the answer. If you ask the wrong question, you get the wrong answer. So I'm going to ask for Lynn what question is optimal. And just like always, it's what it's telling me. Now, if you can see my hand on video, if my hands are going back and forth, that's just the way I use my pendulum. Everybody does it differently. So what we're going to ask is what area in your body is in the 7th dimension? So what area in Lynn's body is within the 7th dimension? And it usually takes a few seconds.
Are we doing this? Can I talk during this? Are we doing the 7th dimension thing because we're presuming it's some kind of a curse or spell, or?
Well, this is a way to start. Is that whatever area I need to work on, whatever the weakest area in her body, is going to be within the 7th dimension. Okay, it's more of a clearing just to get some garbage out of the way, so we can really get to the problem. It more benefits me than the person itself. So the etheric template, okay, what area in Lynn's etheric template is within the 7th dimension? Now, also, if you were to do energy work on somebody and work on their skeletal system, and it doesn't work, nothing happens, that means that you have to go to that other level in the 7th dimension to pull it out in order for it the work to happen. Okay, what area?
So, do these manifest physically then? Are you asking what physical problems I'm having?
This is going to tell me. Okay, so your entire body in the etheric template is within the 7th dimension. So that's not the best scenario, but it's not a big deal either. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to take my big fancy pyramid here. Here's the working end of it. This is the barrel of the gun. I'm going to hold it up to the camera, and I'm going to tell it what to do, and you tell me when you feel something happening, okay? Okay, so let's retrieve Lynn's entire body within the etheric template from the 7th dimension and bring it back to the here and now dimension. Because we don't know exactly what dimension you're in, we're just going to bring it to wherever you are. Retrieve Lynn's entire body in the etheric template from the 7th dimension and bring it back and place it in her body in the here and now. Okay, so now you've got it back. I don't know if you felt anything at all. You may not have. So what we're going to do now is we need to clean up that area. So we're going to burn the violet flame through it to cleanse and purify it. Neutralize all negative green vertical within it. Neutralize any programs, codes, and implants within the entire body and the etheric template. Okay, so there is some implants in there. Do you feel anything happening? A tingle? A pulsing?
Well, at this very moment, my spine is giving me pain.
Okay, something's moving out of
At this very moment.
Okay, so that's done. Now we need to reconnect it. Reconnect Lynn's entire body and the etheric template to the astral. Okay, so that is...
I feel really shaky.
Okay, so you're feeling something happening, right?
Yes, I'm very shaky.
Okay, make sure you're sitting down.
Yes, I did sit. And chills. I'm experiencing chills right about now.
Okay, good. Okay, so
You know,
now...
that's exactly what happened to me when we did a treatment. I was freezing.
Yeah, we pulled a poltergeist out of you. Okay, so what now we need to ask what area in Lynn's body is within the 7th dimension. Now, anybody who does dowsing for health problems, you have to be extremely open-minded to what the problem can be. If it's not in your charts, you can't find it. So that's why I like to use the letter charts to have my guides spell something out. Then I can work with it. I found areas in the body that nobody knows about. What area in Lynn's body is within the 7th dimension? Okay, so now that work is finished. Now we're going to go to another chart. What question is now optimal for Lynn? So this is just another part of the clearing process. Okay, Lynn, you do have a poltergeist within you. Okay?
Okay.
As
Malevolent or benevolent? Is it malevolent? Yeah. Mean? Bad or good?
It's going to be bad. It's not a good
I'm sorry? It's not a good thing.
Okay, so now we're going to ask, where is a poltergeist within Lynn's body? We got to find it. We got to dig it out. You just can't tell it to leave. You have to find out where it is.
Okay.
If you want to do it properly, you got to find out where this son of a gun is. Where is a poltergeist? Now, we're all born with a poltergeist. We're all born with a reptilian alien within us. Those are all monitors and that type of thing. We're on this earth as an experiment. We're part of a game. This is all an illusion. All those good things. Okay. Where is a poltergeist?
Experiment.
Just keep on thinking the words below as above, okay? Whatever's happening here is happening above us in different dimensions. It just trickles down, okay? What area in Lynn's aura is a poltergeist? Now, what I'm looking for here is a poltergeist. In Arab, they call it a qareen, Qareen, and that means companion. So we're all born with this companion that allows negative energies to do their job within our body. Where is poltergeist within Lynn's body? Okay, so I found the poltergeist. Now, you did mention that you have a bit of an issue with creation, with God, right?
Mm-hmm.
Belief system. So this poltergeist is within your I am presence, or your God self. Okay, so now we're going to move out that poltergeist. Okay, are you ready?
I am.
Okay, here we go. Identify, expel into ether all poltergeists within Lynn's I am God presence. So just by saying the words, now he has to go by universal law. Identify, expel into ether all poltergeists within Lynn's I am God presence. So he's putting a kibosh on your belief system.
That's where the confusion comes from then?
That's correct. He's feeding you false information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he's pulling on me. I feel like I got a big fish on the line here.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So he is gone. He is gone. Did you feel anything happening?
Well, I had my eyes closed, and it was very spotty. I was seeing lots of spots. That's the only thing I can explain. Right now, I feel the tingling chill again. The tingling chill.
Okay, there's more to do. Hold on.
I actually I'm feeling slightly lighter.
That's what we want. We want that lightness, like a weight's been lifted off your shoulders.
And yes, and actually, the left side of my head right now is tingling.
Good. Okay, so we've moved some energies. We made some adjustments. So now what we've done there is you've got this connection with God. Okay, we all have this connection. God is within us. We are God. There's all different types of scenarios about it. So that connection you have has now been cleared out. So now you can have this better communication, if you will, with the Creator. Okay, let's check your I am presence again. Now I'm going to go to a different set of charts I developed. They're called to-do charts. So what do we need to do with Lynn's I am God presence? Now I know there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with what I have to say and what I'm doing, and the only thing I have to say to that is that everybody's got their own way of doing things. There's more than one way to cook a potato. Okay? The way I'm doing it, you may not agree with, or you may think that, I do something differently, and that's fine. So going to the word finished, so that's done. That means we don't have to do anything. Okay, so let's check one more area and see what comes up. What question is now optimal for Lynn? Now, this doesn't mean that things are going to start changing overnight for you. It gives you the ability to make changes now, okay? A lot of people expect miracles. Sometimes miracles do happen, okay? All of a sudden, kaboom. With pain, I can get rid of pain in a second. That's not a problem. But when it comes to things like this, it's something that now you have to use your free will to develop. What question is now optimal for Lynn? Okay, so this is the default generic question I use for just about everything, and the question is, where is the lowest level of vitality in your body? Okay, where is the lowest level of vitality within Lynn's body? Where is the lowest level of vitality? Okay, so the lowest level of vitality is your chakra system.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this could be something different. So I'm going to go to my chakra charts. Where is the lowest level of vitality within Lynn's chakra system? Sometimes this will lead me to another direction on this chart here. Okay, so there's something going on within your entire chakra system. So let's find that problem. What is causing low levels of vitality within Lynn's entire chakra system? There are some people believe that we have new chakras that have opened up with the whole ascension process going on. Possibly, I don't know. I work with 15 chakras and the minor chakras. So wherever those chakras are, whatever they do, it's all fine. What is causing low levels of vitality in Lynn's entire chakra system? This is working good for you. You're easy to read.
I'm easy to read.
You're easy to read. What
Good.
is causing low levels of vitality in Lynn's chakra system? Now this chart is just full of negative things here, so there's something dark going on.
Mm-hmm. I have definitely felt in my life at times the presence of evil. I had one man, he was a pastor, tell me that I was surrounded by a negative vortex. I've had these little blips of a vision of energy fields with tentacle-like things on them, ready to just grab and suck you in.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what's within your chakra system is reptilian aliens. Okay. Now, the chakra system, what you have to understand with it is that the chakra system can be used as portals to wormholes to other dimensions. Same as the sun. The sun is a big chakra, okay? And different beings use the sun as a portal to come in and out, okay? So, I mean, if you believe that or not, that's fine. Anybody who has other thoughts on that, that's great, but that's my opinion. So now we're going to... Go ahead.
Well, it's similar to them using our energetic fields against us, right? And placing things in our energetic field that's going to trip us up, basically, correct?
That's right. They're using us. They're using us. Okay, so we're going to move out those reptilians, okay? They're a bunch of son of a guns that don't belong here.
I want to do the borrow the benefits on this one for sure.
Jump on in, Jeanice. Jump on in. Okay. Identify and expel into ether all reptilian aliens from chakra system into ether. All cords and connections and eliminate into ether all reptilians from Jeanice's and Lynn's chakra system and anybody else on the radio program who has reptilians in their chakra system.
Woot woot!
Okay, here you go. This is a big one because we're doing lots. Okay, so they are now gone. Tell me what you felt.
Joy. I have a big old grin on my face.
Okay.
Crud. I was going to ask a question. They don't get to come back, correct?
They do not get to come back unless you invite them back. Generally, we're all born with them. They come from past lifetimes. If you're an old soul and let's say your 20th lifetime, if you had them in the beginning, they're going to come with you all the time. They're kind of part and parcel. The whole thing with the ascension process, everybody's heard about the ascension process. I'm going to talk about that for a second. Okay? So the whole December 21st, 2012 thing, everybody expected this big epiphany of something to happen. And everybody's disappointed because it didn't happen. Well, something did happen. What that did is blocked in the process. So now we can't go back. We are going to ascend. And what's happening is that the earth is going to ascend, and we're going to ascend with it. Okay? Some people may not ascend. Lots of people will.
Chris, I just lost you when you're talking about the earth ascending. Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah. With the earth ascending, we're going to ascend with the earth. It's not that we're ascending. Because we're on the earth, we're going to ascend with it. We're going to have all our own personal ascension things that happen, okay? For me, my work here is getting more acute. It's getting better and better and better. That's what's happening with me. So as far as the reptilian aliens, the Zeta Reticuli, all the gray aliens you see on the internet and everybody talks about, their time is done, okay? When the earth ascends, all this dark stuff is going to go away, okay? That's what I understand, and that's what I believe is that the time of the yin and yang, the balance of light and dark, the dark is going to, everything's going to be beautiful for people like us.
Oh, I would say it's about freaking time, right?
About freaking time, yeah. Okay, so that's the whole thing with the reptilians. They're here to, the reptilians, the Greys, they're here to splice our DNA. They're here to do experiments with our DNA because way back when, at the beginning of time, that they tried different things with their DNA. Now they need to fix their DNA, and they're using us to find out ways to do it. So, how do you feel now, Lynn?
Hi. You put my speaker on mute for a minute. I feel pretty good. I feel fairly light, and I've always had, I guess it's a mask of confusion. There are times when I have clarity, but mostly not. Okay. And so I'm thinking that clarity is coming. Because,
now, this work sometimes takes a couple days for it to complete its process. So you're probably going to feel really tired later, and you're going to want to have a nap. That's a good thing, okay? So drink lots of water, have a nap, and just watch for tiny little changes that may happen. Now, we just did a little mini clearing here. There's obviously lots of layers to go through. With everybody, there's lots of layers. So there's a good demonstration. You felt the energies. You feel different. Things are going to get better for you, okay?
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lynn, so much for calling in. We're so glad we have the opportunity to let Chris do his work, so I'm really glad you showed up. So thank you. Thank you for doing that for Lynn, and thank you for demonstrating. It's interesting while you were working, Chris, that I also felt cold, and then I felt really tired.
That's a sign that the energy moved out. When you feel really tired, that means the energies got pulled out.
I usually don't feel tired during a radio show. So something definitely happened while you were doing that work. Chris, to your website.
ChrisKehler.net. It's ChrisKehler.net. I have about 18 videos on YouTube. Go to YouTube and do a search on Chris Kehler.